Welcome students. So today we will discuss chapter 10th circles. Here as we have already studied in the class 9th that a circle is nothing but it is a collection of all the points in a plane which are constant distance from a fixed point. The constant distance what we are calling that is as a radius and the constant point which is called as a center of a circle. So here you see here this is a circle. In this circle there are points are there. So this point like this there are so many points. That is these collection of these all the points in a plane in same plane which are constant distance. That is from this point to here, from this point to this point. It is constant for all the points. Okay. So it will be called as circle. And here the constant distance this is called as radius. Here this is radius. This is the center of a circle and this is called radius. So the radius is the distance between the center and the point of the circle which is called radius. And here the total from this point to this point it is called diameter. So this is denoted by d. Okay. So this distance is called as diameter. And from the center of the circle to this point is called as radius. This is radius. So hence the radius is always it is equal to half of the diameter. These are the things we have studied already in the class 9th. So here let us consider one straight line and a circle. Suppose if this straight line if it is not touching to this circle, so they are independent. So here we have already studied that various terms related to this circle, they are called as chord, okay, that is segment, and sector, okay, that is arc. These are all the terms we have already studied in the class 9th which are related to this circle. So we will see now. Let us consider a circle and a line. Okay, this is a line and this is circle, so that we will see what are the possibilities of this line and a circle. Suppose if a line is passing nearby this circle and without touching to this circle, in this case the line is called as non-intersecting line with respect to the circle. So there is another situation that a line passing through this one here, for example this is a PQ, okay, this is a PQ which is passing through this circle at point A and B, okay. So here this point A and this point B, this is called as a secant of the circle. So now suppose if this line touches to this circle at only one point, here 2 points it is touching, and here if it is touching to only one point, then this line is called as tangent. This is tangent to the circle, tangent to the circle. And it is observed that always the tangent of the circle will be perpendicular to the radius of this circle. So that we will study in the theorems. Okay, that we are going to study in the theorems. So the tangent to a circle is a special case of the secant when the when the 2 points of its corresponding chord coincide. That is this point and this point, if they are going to coincide at only one point, then this is called as a tangent of a circle. Okay, so this is the meaning of the tangent of circle. Now we will start solving exercise 10.1 so that we can understand this thing better. Exercise 10.1, in that question number 1, how many tangents can a circle have? Here this is one of the circle here. So this is the center of the circle and this is the radius. So now how many tangents that the circle can have? Here a tangent is nothing but it is a line which grazes over the surface of the circle. That is, it is touching a surface of the circle at only one point, not at 2, 3 like that. So at only one point it touches. So how many points are there in the circle? There are infinite number of points are there. So how many tangents that can circle have? So there are infinite number of tangents can circle have. A circle can have so many tangents. So that is countless tangents can have. So now we will see next one. So exercise 10.1, in that question number 2, fill in the blanks. A tangent to a circle intersect it in how many points? So just now in the last exercise we have seen that there is a circle. So suppose a tangent is nothing but it is a line which is touching to the circle, that is surface of a circle, at only one point. So here a tangent to a circle intersect it in only one point. A line intersecting a circle in 2 points is called here a line intersecting, so like this one, intersecting at 2 points. Okay, the line is PQ and this line is intersecting the circle at point A and at point B. So this is called as secant of a circle. Secant of a circle means like this, a line intersect at 2 points. Suppose chord means the chord is, it is also touching at 2 points only, but it is within a circle. Okay, this is called chord. This is the difference between chord and the secant. The area inside this one, it is called as segment. Okay, this is called as a segment. And the circumference area from this point to this point, that is this one, is called arc. So these are the terms that we have already seen in the introductory portion. Third portion, a circle can have how many parallel tangents at the most? Suppose a circle, here a circle is there. Suppose a circle is there like this. Okay, so this is a circle. Now this can have how many parallel tangents? Suppose this is a one tangent. A tangent is nothing but it's a line touching to the circle at only one point. So this is, so parallel to this one, this is not possible, this is not possible. So here only it is possible. So at this point, okay, at this point, so this is, so this and this, only two parallel tangents is possible. At the most, two parallel tangents are. So the fourth point will be the common point of tangent to a circle and the circle is called. Here this is a tangent. For example, this PQ is a tangent. So this point, this line touches to this circle at point A. So this is the point. So this point is called as, this is called as, there is a specific word, that is point of contact. This is called as point of contact. So we'll go for next one. So here exercise 10.1, in that question number 3. Here a tangent PQ, this is a tangent PQ at a point P of a circle of radius 5 cm. So the radius of the circle is 5 cm and meets a line through the center O at a point Q, so that OQ is equal to 12 cm. Okay, this is OQ is equal to 12 cm. So this tangent meets the line drawn from this center of the O to at this point Q. So the length of PQ, this PQ we have to find out. Okay, so as we know that the tangent of a circle, the tangent of a circle is perpendicular to the radius of a circle, radius of circle. This we have seen in the theorems, that is theorem 10.1. means this is perpendicular, means the angle subtended at point P is equal to 90 degree. So when this is a 90 degree, we can apply Pythagoras theorem. So that is applying Pythagoras theorem, So here Pythagoras theorem, that is hypotenuse, this is square, hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus altitude square. Okay, this is altitude square. So here hypotenuse means that is given, that is 12 square, is equal to base means that only we have to calculate, that is PQ square. So plus altitude, here OP, so OP is nothing but 5 square. Okay, so hence PQ square is equal to 12 square minus 5 square. So 12 square means 44, 144, 5 square means 25. So here 119. So this PQ square is equal to 119. So PQ is equal to square root of 119. So this length will be square root of 119. Okay, centimeters. So here the answer will be this D. Okay, so now we will go for next one. So here draw a circle and the two lines parallel to a given line such that one is a tangent and the other a secant to the circle. So here we will draw a circle first. So this is a circle and we have given a one line. We have given a line. So now what we have to do? Let us consider this is a circle and this is a line. Okay. So now we have to draw two lines which are parallel to this given line. So given line is here A, B, and here the circle will be with center C. Okay. So now we have to draw two lines parallel to this line. So one line I will draw here. So which is tangent to this circle. Okay. This is tangent to the circle. So this is one line which is parallel to here. This is CD. So AB and AB is parallel to CD. So CD line drawn parallel to given line AB. Okay, so one line we have drawn. So second line we will draw, so which is parallel to AB and it has to be secant. So for example, this line is, now I will give EF. Line is drawn, that is EF is drawn parallel to given line. So here this is called secant, okay, and this is called tangent.